tiny. Whatever it is, it's coming straight at me. Oh, it's a bream. It's a skimmer. Right, afternoon guys. We are back on the club water for 3 or 4 hours. Wednesday the 9th of August, so a few days after our first session. We're back in a same bank, a couple of swims along. I'm just going to see if we can nick a couple of bites out. Already had a lot of interest on both rods, including a little skimmer bream which got sent back without being netted, fortunately. But yeah, I'm just gonna do till about 7:30, 7:45 time. I got here at about half 3, so we've got about 4 hours worth of fishing time, so we'll see if we can nick something out. Try a slightly different area today. So my left hand rod is just to the side of the island but at distance, and my right hand rod I've actually got tight into that little cove area there, so the both bobbins have already been bumping around quite merrily from bits of interest, but nothing really positive yet. And even the little skimmer bream was just a drop back bite, but shows that something's feeding out there already, so hopefully we can get something out. Right, we're in. We tried to go charging off around the island, so I've obviously had to come down the bank a bit, but he also got a bit weeded up initially. I think he's now free of that. Just give me a long, slow plod down the bank. There's another one off that same spot on the Manila. I've had what, three runs on there now in probably about an hour. This one does feel pretty weighty, but it might have a big clump of weed around it. But we'll get this one played, hopefully get it in the net, and then we'll show you what we got.
If you wonder who's filming, it's Mark. He's I don't want to taught him everything he knows.
Net boy is here.
So it's good to see that my hard work is paying off and David's getting the fish he deserves. So I've got to do my job now. It's bigger than he looks. He is, when it stops.
Right, short session in, we're about an hour or so, and we've been we've been rewarded with a 19-pound 3-ounce mirror. Got up a decent fight, and say it did its best to get around the island, but fortunately I've got plenty of bank along here to chase it down, so I was able to get it turned, get it out of the weed and get it in. But yeah, 19-pound 3-ounce. Another nice fish out of this lake. Another successful trip, so we'll get this one back, get some pictures first, and then get that rig back out on the spot, because that's 3 runs now, I say in the space of probably 45 minutes or so, an hour, something like that. Right, so it's just gone 5:30, so probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours into, well, hour and a half into fishing. We've had that nice £19 mirror, that little skimmer bream, and a lost one. I'd literally just recast that left-hand rod out after losing what felt like a decent fish. Unfortunately, the rig gave way on it, so lost that fish, but got the rig made back up again, got it out there, and literally within 4 or 5 minutes of it being out there, the left-hand rod had gone screaming off on another run. So it's been a bit of a mixed bag with luck at the moment, but it's we've at least got some fish out, and on a short session, that's all you can hope for. As I said, a couple of runs is very good. There's a guy on the other side, I don't think he's had anything out yet, so and he's been here, I'd say, a good few hours longer than us at least, so anything we can get out now is good. It is supposed to cloud up a little bit, and it is just starting to. I say it was mostly bright blue skies and hot and sunny, so I wasn't really expecting to get anything too early, but it's actually been really active considering what the weather's doing. But we'll see how the next couple of hours go. As I'm going to pack up about 7:30, so another 2 hours of fishing. See if we can't nick another bite or two. Right, as I was saying, I've been having a lot of interest straight away on the manila rod in particular, and this is basically what I'm casting out there. It's a manila bottom bait with a little Mulbs pop-up on top, but then the PVA stick mix I'm sending out is just full of nice little bits of, you got little bits of pellet, little bits of boilie chop, some powder, and I've been glugging that in hemp oil, some manila cloudy liquid, and also been putting a bit of Bailey's Irish cream in there. And you can imagine when that's on the bottom, the scent that's giving off. The carp start rooting around in this, loads of small items, loads of particles and flavours in the water, and they're absolutely lapping it up. So I'm just making up PVA sticks of thumb sort of size and lobbing those out there with each cast. So far it's been doing me really well, so we shall keep going at that, and hopefully we'll keep getting the bites. Right, it's just gone 6:05, and the right hand rod, which is still now the manila rod on the right hand side rather than the left, has gone off again, so it's the same spot again effectively. The other rod, which is now my left hand rod, is a krill bait that I've put out into the middle. I wasn't getting any interest off the island, so decided to move it across. We've now got another fish on. It looks like another mirror. He's already up on the top. Fortunately, where I am here is a hell of a lot easier to net from than I was when I was fishing on Saturday along the bank, which I wouldn't have been able to stand down here, so hopefully it'll line. Feels another decent fish, so hopefully it's another high double or possibly even a 20. Just flicked off its dorsal fin then. I felt it just flick slightly. I thought it was going to come off for a second. And again. Lovely playing him in this clear water. See him coming in nicely. I don't think he is as big as I thought, but still a nice looking mirror all the same. Going round and round in circles at the moment. Come on, get your head up. Really pretty looking mirror, fully scaled, or plenty of scales certainly, even if it's not classed as a proper fully scaled. Certainly the best looking one I've had. Well, that's a cracker. Probably a mid-double, something like that, but it's a stunning looking fish. Right, we got him in. I said he was a pretty fish, but he's a bit special, this one. A bit more so than I imagined. 22 pound, 5 ounce. Probably the prettiest, certainly one of the prettiest fish I've caught in a long time. So what a stunning way, just as the sun's setting down, to catch a fish. Nice thick fish again, big mouth, been gobbling up my boilies. But yeah, 22 pound, 5 ounce. Really pretty fish, so I'm going to get some pictures and get this one back, get the rods back out. Right, it is just coming up to 20 to 7. So I've got probably about another hour or so left. Both rods are back out on the spots. So say the right hand rod out towards trees in the distance there, although probably a bit more round the corner because I'm casting it from down there. And the left hand rod is out into the middle, again about halfway across. Haven't really had any interest on that krill rod today. Whether it's just because the positioning of the manila one is better, I don't know, but certainly the vast majority of the action has been on the manila rod. The krill rod did have a few pulls and tugs, but I certainly haven't had anything really positive. And as you've seen from the footage, the screaming runs I've had on the manila run have left me in no doubt that there's a fish on the end. So I say, got about another hour or so, but I'm just enjoying how peaceful, calm it is here today. Where I am, there's very little traffic noise. It makes such a big difference to just being able to sit here and enjoy the lake, enjoy the wildlife and what have you. Deers barking over in the woods every now and then. Really stunning place, this place. So there are a couple of guys fishing over the far side there. One guy's fishing on the bottom. He's had a couple of runs, landed one and lost one, I think. And another guy out the back in the corner there is actually fishing off the top, and he's had a couple of takes. He's landed one and lost one again. But they are seem to be fish all over the lake that are feeding, so we're all having a decent session of it. Right, it's about 7:05. I watched the bobbin lift up and then wondered why my alarm wasn't working, and it's because I flicked it off earlier to set the line. And then obviously it started ticking off and then finally stripping off. So got another one on. Same spot again, out on the manila spot. I've just put another 30 or 40 boilies out there on the spot. Within 5 minutes of doing that, it's gone off again, so a little bit of extra smell and food in the water. just woken up again. Pretty sure it's another mirror. I've seen its side a few times, but it's hard to tell. So it comes properly up in the water. It is a mirror. Oh, nice looking one. Number 3. And it is a really nice looking fish again. Right, we got him in, and he's the best one of the trip. It's just coming up to 7:20, so I'm going to call it a day after this one. I don't think I'm going to better this anyway, not today, if he sits still. £25, 6 ounce mirror, coming off the same spot again, so that'll do me for today. Cracking result, and another beautiful fish. First one was 19, I've had a 22 and then this one.
That was a cracking afternoon.
Right guys, that is it. Just coming up to 7:45 now. Got to be off the lake by 8 o'clock sharp, so I'm all packed up. That fish was obviously the perfect way to end the session, and the guy actually who was walking up behind me whilst filming, he took the pictures for me, and then we've just sort of stood and had a bit of a chat for the last 10-15 minutes whilst I've packed up. So that's it for this session. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly have. I'm back again here in a few days, so hope for very much more of the same, but that will be a full day session with Mark, so we'll see how we get on. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you again.